Did you know that the total household debt in the US is over $14 trillion? Yet, some of the wealthiest people in the world use debt not as a burden, but as a tool to build even more wealth. Welcome to the intriguing world of the wealth paradox, where the accumulation of wealth and debt coexist in a surprising harmony. This might seem counterintuitive, but the reality is that debt isn't necessarily a hindrance to wealth accumulation. In fact, for many of the affluent, it's quite the opposite. Consider this. The wealthiest individuals and corporations in the world often have significant debt, yet they continue to thrive and grow their wealth. This is the paradox of debt. While the less affluent view debt as an obstacle, the rich understand how to use it as leverage. The secret lies in the understanding that not all debt is created equal. Yes, you heard it right. There's such a thing as good debt and bad debt. Good debt is an investment that will generate long-term income or value. Think of a mortgage for a rental property or a student loan for a degree that significantly boosts earning potential. On the other hand, bad debt is one that drains your wealth without offering a return. This includes credit card debt from purchases that depreciate over time, or high-interest loans that strain your finances. Understanding the difference between good and bad debt is the first step towards comprehending how the rich use debt to their advantage. It's about turning the tables on debt and making it work for you instead of against you. Now, you might be wondering, how do the rich manage to do this? How do they transform something that most people dread into a tool for financial growth? Well, it's not magic, and it's not necessarily risky. It's a strategic approach to debt management rooted in financial literacy and savvy decision-making. So how do the affluent manage to turn something as daunting as debt into an asset? Keep watching to find out. Building wealth with debt might sound like an oxymoron, but it's a strategy that's been used by the wealthy for centuries. The concept of using debt to build wealth revolves around the idea of leveraging. This is when you use borrowed capital or debt to increase the potential return of an investment. Now let's break this down with a simple example. Imagine you have $10,000 to invest in real estate. You could use this cash to buy a small property outright, but the returns would be limited by the value of that single property. This is where leveraging comes into play. Instead of using your $10,000 to buy one small property, you could use it as a down payment on a larger property worth, say, $50,000. Here, you're essentially using debt, the $40,000 you owe on the mortgage, to increase your potential returns. You're controlling a much more valuable asset with a small amount of your own money. This is just one way to use debt to your advantage. You can also leverage debt to start a business, invest in the stock market, or further your education. All endeavors that could potentially provide you with higher income in the future. However, it's essential to remember that while leveraging can amplify your returns, it can also amplify your losses. For instance, if the value of your real estate investment drops, you could find yourself owing more than the property is worth. The key to successfully using debt to build wealth is to understand the risks and manage them carefully. This involves careful planning, diligent research, and constant monitoring of your investments and the economic environment. To sum up, debt isn't inherently bad. When used wisely and strategically, it can be a powerful tool for wealth creation. It's like a double-edged sword, though. If wielded with skill and caution, it can help you conquer financial heights. But if handled recklessly, it can lead to financial ruin. Now that we understand how debt can be used as a tool for wealth creation, let's dive deeper into the types of debt that can be beneficial. Not all debt is created equal. There's good debt and there's bad debt. Let's start by defining these two types of debt. Good debt, in simple terms, is any debt that can potentially generate income or increase your net worth over time. It's an investment in your future. This could include student loans, which are taken out with the expectation that your education will lead to a higher paying job. It could also include a mortgage on a home or an investment property, where the value of the property is expected to appreciate over time. On the other hand, bad debt is typically associated with purchases that quickly lose their value and do not generate long-term income. This could include credit card debt for unnecessary purchases or high-interest loans that create a cycle of debt that's hard to escape from. Now let's look at some examples. Suppose you take out a loan to start a business. If the business succeeds, this debt could be considered good debt because it led to the creation of a valuable asset. But if you take out a high-interest loan to buy a new flashy car, this could be seen as bad debt. Why? Because the car will depreciate in value and it won't generate income. So how does good debt provide opportunities for financial growth? It's all about leveraging debt to create wealth. For instance, real estate investors often use mortgages to buy properties, which they then rent out. The rental income can cover the mortgage payments, and over time, the property may appreciate in value. Similarly, someone who takes out a student loan to pursue a higher degree may end up with a high-paying job, which can more than compensate for the initial debt. But remember, good debt also carries risks. It's important to carefully consider your ability to repay the debt and the potential return on investment. In essence, good debt can be a powerful tool for wealth accumulation. But how do the rich approach this? Stay tuned to find out. The wealthy have a different perspective when it comes to debt. They see it as a tool to increase their wealth. Indeed, the rich use debt as a potent tool in their wealth-building arsenal. But how, you might ask? Well, they strategically take on debt to finance investments and businesses. This isn't about reckless borrowing, though. It's about calculated risks, making informed decisions, and understanding the power of leveraging. Consider this scenario. A wealthy individual wants to invest in a promising business venture. Instead of using all of their own money, they might take out a loan to finance a part of the investment. This way, they're using other people's money, or as it's often abbreviated, OPM, to potentially increase their own wealth. But why would they do this? Isn't it risky? Yes, there is always a degree of risk involved. However, the potential return on investment can far outweigh the cost of the debt, especially when the interest rates are low. Furthermore, by using OPM, they're freeing up their own capital for other ventures, spreading their wealth, and effectively diversifying their risk. Another compelling reason the rich use debt strategically is to take advantage of tax benefits. In many places around the world, the interest paid on certain types of loans, like mortgages and business loans, can be deducted from taxable income. This can lead to significant tax savings, further enhancing their wealth. However, it's crucial to remember that this strategy requires a deep understanding of financial management and a keen eye for profitable opportunities. The wealthy don't just take on debt for the sake of it. They do so because they have the knowledge and the ability to turn that debt into an investment that pays off. So, as you can see, debt is not always a bad thing. In fact, when used wisely, it can be a stepping stone to financial freedom. The wealthy have mastered this art, turning what many fear into a powerful tool for wealth creation. Now that's a perspective worth considering, isn't it? Financial literacy is the key to understanding and successfully employing these concepts. Knowledge is indeed power, and in the world of finance, this power translates into the ability to make informed decisions that can significantly influence your wealth-building journey. You see, managing debt and building wealth are not tasks left for the financial wizards alone. They're achievable by anyone willing to learn and understand the financial ropes. The rich, as we've discussed, have mastered the art of using debt to their advantage, and this mastery stems from financial literacy. Financial literacy does not mean becoming a Wall Street expert overnight. It's about understanding the basics of money management, recognizing good debt from bad, and mastering the art of investment. It's about learning how interest rates work, what credit scores mean, and how to negotiate for better loan terms. And why is this important? Because understanding these financial concepts can help you leverage debt to create wealth. It opens doors to opportunities that you may not have seen before. It empowers you to make decisions that can lead to financial freedom. But remember, financial literacy isn't a destination, it's a journey. It's a continuous process of learning and adapting to the ever-changing financial landscape. It's about staying curious, asking questions, and seeking answers. So, continue to educate yourself about finance and investment. Read books, attend seminars, listen to podcasts, and engage in financial discussions. Equip yourself with the knowledge to navigate the complex world of finance. The power of financial literacy cannot be overstated. It's the secret weapon that the wealthy have been using to build and maintain their wealth. It's the tool that can help you transform your relationship with debt and turn it into a stepping stone towards wealth creation. Remember, understanding debt and its potential is a significant step towards financial freedom. In the end, the power to build wealth using debt lies in your hands, or rather, in your mind. So arm yourself with financial literacy and unlock the doors to a wealthier future. Let's now delve into some practical steps you can take to enhance your financial literacy and start your journey towards wealth creation. Step 1. Start with the basics. Don't jump straight into complex financial concepts. Begin with understanding basic financial principles like budgeting, saving, and investing. 2. Read financial books. Books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, The Millionaire Next Door, and Think and Grow Rich provide valuable insights into wealth creation. 3. Attend financial seminars and workshops. These can provide hands-on experience and the chance to ask questions from financial experts. Step 4. Listen to financial podcasts and watch educational videos. There's a wealth of knowledge available online that can help you understand complex financial concepts at your own pace. Step 5. Practice what you learn. Apply the financial concepts you've learned in your daily life. Start by creating a budget, setting financial goals, and making investment decisions. Remember, the key to financial literacy is understanding and applying financial concepts to your life. And finally, don't be afraid to ask questions. The financial world can be complex and intimidating, but remember, every expert was once a beginner. So don't hesitate to ask for help or clarification when you need it. Enhancing your financial literacy is a journey, not a destination. So keep learning, keep growing, and keep striving towards your financial goals. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment below saying, "I subscribed," and we'll try our best to respond to your comment.